right. First we have what your Monster Hunter weapon says about you. I wonder how much we're all going to be insulted by this. Here we go.
What your Monster Hunter weapon says about you. Greatsword, the most iconic weapon of the series that hardly anyone uses, since it's one of the hardest weapons to actually use. You're a master of the game, capable of predicting monsters' movements 3 steps in advance. Or, people are gonna think you're from Chicago, the Windy City. I said Chicago, the Windy City. Okay, fine, next weapon. Longsword. You're the weeaboo wonder who's wildly whipping it out. Your cosplay is one of those blind sword masters, since you don't see the difference between the monster's tail, where you should be cutting, and the monster's head, where you always seem to be going for. You have 2 types of moves that might hit one thing, and moves that always hit everything, including your teammates. So of course you're going to spam those types of moves to the detriment of your teammates. And you wonder why you're never invited to the cookout. Sword and Shield. You're either a first-time player and you don't realize that you start the game with one of every weapon in your box already, or you're a long-time player who's gone full circle, tried out every weapon, and realized that the default weapon is one of the best weapons. Also, you will never sheath your weapon even when it makes more sense to dash. Dual blades. You are incredibly smart, incredibly handsome, and you have excellent taste, because why use one sword when you can use 2 swords, idiots? You also need to take a break every 5 minutes to drink your weapon's life support to make it viable at all, known as Mega Dash Juice. Let it rip! Hammer, you like being stepped on.
That was so mean. See, I
the monster.
got complimented.
You welcome the challenge. You'll always eat for Feline Provoker, and you would never make the same mistake that Thor made.
You should have gone for that.
Hunting Horn. Before Rise. You're the cheerleader. You're the backup dancer. You have to constantly pull up the pause menu to look up your songs, only to immediately pause it again because you forgot which note corresponds to which button. You feel like you did 90% of your contribution at the start of the quest, and when your teammates see you off in the corner doing nothing, they'll think, oh, they must be using more songs, when really you're pausing the game to read your sheet music. You also find it hilarious that one of the biggest weapons is also somehow one of the fastest. After Rise. You saw breakdancing in the trailer, now you play like you're auditioning for a DaBaby video. Lance, you prefer the simpler things in life. You're here to fight monsters, not learn crazy combos. Memorizing overcomplicated pages of tutorials is a waste of time. With the Lance, your combos are poke, 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 and run, 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 run. Gun Lance, you do not exist. Nobody uses Gun Lance. I'm sure there are a few people who use Gun Lance. Switch Axe. You either just started and don't realize there's a sword mode, or you watched the Monster Hunter Championships and saw the winning teams are all using the SWACs. Charge Blade. You enjoy reading PDFs. Charge Blade guide. Let's see here. While in sword mode, attacking with charge files, super elemental dose files, charging most frequent use of the super insect glaive. The floor is lava, and you are French. Je suis monte. Light bow gun. You cannot count and will try shooting when you need to reload on every single round. You like the rapid fire shot so you can miss 3 times
I have
instead
so
of
far
1.
gotten
Heavy bow
complimented the
gun.
most.
You are incredibly stubborn and have a short memory because you will always go into crouching fire right next to the monster and then act absolutely shocked when the monster hits you. Bow. You like using sleep arrows and putting the monster to sleep just for your teammates to immediately wake it up before you're able to place your bombs because they're playing with the music muted. Or you're always asking people to do a Teostra hunt with you so you can get the 8% drop and need to upgrade the only other good bow in the game.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty funny. Because...
Dual blades. You are incredibly smart, incredibly handsome, and you have excellent taste because why use one sword?
See? I'm smart, handsome. I replace that with adorably cute and have incredible taste. There you go. What more do you need to know about me? This is our second reaction video by ARK. What your favorite Monster Hunter World weapon says about you? I think it's called.
What your favorite Monster Hunter weapon says about you.
Greatsword.
Well, well, well. Compensating for something, how are we? This weapon...
That was a good start. Well, 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 greatsword users. Compensating for something, are we? What do you got to say about that, greatsword users?
weapon got great in the name for a reason. These are the guys that will list off a monster's entire moveset and give you all the proper openings. You're patient and you're here to deal the big damages. Also, is it just me or are the greatsword players the ones who tend to typically teach the newbies? I mean, I get it. I would
Oh, is that true? The greatsword players are the ones that typically teach the newbies?
also teach a course on how to kill your first Rathalos if it took 3 business days for my attacks to go through.
Sword and shield.
What are you, some knight wannabe? What, do you think you're cool with your knight aesthetic? You probably have a knight as your VTuber model, you fucking loser. You are incredibly sexy, smart, intelligent, funny, and incredibly interesting. You realize that this weapon can do a bit of everything. You can cut tails, you can stun monsters, you got a good aerial moveset, you can do anything that the other weapons can do. Some people say a jack of all trades is a master of none, but fuck you.
Fuck you! So the sword and shield here got completely and utterly loved and adored, and apparently if you play sword and shield, you are handsome and cool, and everybody loves you. But I say it's the jewel blades!
Blades.
You got ADHD. I'm sorry. You're either someone who
No! Called out! Called out by the video! No! Well, I guess it had to happen sometime. I'm not even gonna, I actually do have ADHD, so it's like, wow, you read me there, huh?
You're either someone who likes to cosplay as a ninja or a thief, or you got the double axes and you act like you're Kratos.
Switch axe.
No!
You got an identity crisis going.
No, I do not do any of those things. I just like to go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Got an identity crisis going on. Are you an axe? Are you a sword? Are you an oversized Swiss Army knife? Who knows? On one hand, you like to swing it around like a chimpanzee with a stick, but then you also like twirling around like a pretty ballerina that you are. You tried the most ridiculous weapon concept you could think of, and it worked.
Lance.
Pretty ballerina. Did you hear that? You guys are all pretty ballerinas. I love it. You guys are pretty ballerinas.
I fucking love you. You will look at any monster, no matter how big, no matter how fast, no matter how powerful, and you'd say, nah, I'd win. This is a gentleman's weapon, where you're just always in the monster's face, but you're not aggressive in the sense of being barbaric. You're there.
This is a gentleman's weapon. Gentleman's weapon for you. You are loved.
To punish the monster for wanting to attack you, and a good lance player is damn near invincible. While everyone else is running away to heal and maybe restock, you stay in the fight because you know that you're not stuck in there with the monster. They're stuck in there with you.
Hammer.
The best people in life are
You're not stuck in there with the monster, they're stuck in there with you. Dun 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 dun.
the best people in life are the ones that keep things simple. You're there with one purpose and one purpose only, to give the monster a permanent concussion. This is the kind of mad lad that would rock up to a hunt wearing a pair of boxing gloves saying, yeah, I'm ready.
Insect glaive.
You're French. And you're weird because you like to collect bugs. Rise made your whole shtick,
weird.
pun intended, a little bit useless. You used to be the mounting king, but now everyone can do it. Let's just hope that the devs give you some cool shit in wilds, like, I don't know, you can strap C4 onto your Kinsect and just charge blade. Listen, your weapon is not as hard as people make it out to be, okay? I too used to think that this weapon was impossibly hard to learn, and I learned it in a week. Charge your shield. If you want to play defensively, then just use your sword and shield mode. If you want to be more aggressive, then go full Italian and use the pizza cutter. Oh, what's that? You want to learn how to guard point? Just pretend you're going to stock your shield every single time the monster is gonna hit you. And that was my TED talk as to why charge blade is not that hard to learn.
Hunting horn.
Bro, I hate to tell you this, but she's only with you for your buffs. You're the most loved type of monster hunter. You're selfless, useful, caring. You're the proof that nice guys do not always finish last. Keep tooting that horn and just know that you're always welcome in my party.
Light bow.
Okay, I swear. Yes, I would agree. Hunting horn players have been really, really helpful. I've had a lot of them in parties with me and like impromptu lobbies and stuff. Always being buffed and stuff is really cool.
Bowgun.
I need you to be honest with me here. You play Fortnite, don't you? This weapon just isn't for me. I tried it in World,
play
Rise, GU,
Fortnite.
and even other games, and I just couldn't find a way to enjoy playing it. I guess it is because I like my weapons to be a bit flashier, and light bowgun is all about efficiency.
Heavy bowgun.
This is easily my favorite ranged weapon. It feels so damn satisfying to just unload a full clip onto a monster. Sniping something out of the sky is also pretty cool. And plus, wyvern munition is just a pretty cool way to wrap up the hunt.
Bow.
You got one of the coolest looking moves in the game, and I'm jealous. Holy crap! The bow might as well be a shotgun because every single person I see using bow uses spread bow. I'm not gonna lie, I also would just go raw damage because you guys probably had enough of trying to use sleep arrows only for people to constantly wake up the monsters.
Gun lance.
You are either me, Burrican, or Chaos Slayer. Cause let's be real, nobody else likes this weapon. You're waiting for elemental shells to make a comeback and you're proud of the fact that it takes you a long time to get there. Just play a real gun lance is one of the most fun things you can do in Monster Hunter. Turn yourself into a rocket today.
Longsword.
I bet 99% of you were waiting for me to talk about this weapon. In my eyes, there are two kinds of longsword players. The first is the cool and quiet ones that know how to counter, cut every tail in every hunt, and know how to take weapon criticism. These are the guys that we enjoy. Like seriously, just cut the tail in every single hunt and I promise people will like you. But then you got the,
While you were all wasting your time with inferior weaponry, I was studying the blade. It takes years to learn how to use a proper EI counter.
no, it doesn't. You can literally spam that shit and rise like there is no tomorrow. You have more defensive options than the lance. You got a charged attack that is as powerful as the greatsword, which allows you to move. Your hitboxes are wider than Yama fucking Tsukami, and you got more iframes than me dodging my taxes. Your weapon is overloaded as shit. You're not some Monster Hunter god. You are a fucking fraud! Hey there, I hope you enjoyed the video. If I made you giggle, consider subscribing, and you should definitely check out my Monster Hunter waifu content. It's what I'm...
Wait. Monster Hunter waifu content? Can I just question this for a second? Monster Hunter waifu content? Those are both really, really funny videos. I like how I went from being awesome and handsome and the best thing ever to being, you have ADHD. No, being called out.